So, this was the biggest game that I got last year. What was yours? Good game. Pocket-sized board games are some of my favourite games to play, all the way from the award-winning Spiel des Jahres game, Hanabi, to the Spiel des Jahres nominated game, The Mind. Players might decide to go on a deep-sea adventure, or tell a tale of gloom. All in all, just because a game comes in a small package doesn't mean that it can't pack a huge punch. Pocket-sized games often come with a very simple rule set and ultimately a small number of micro-sized components which are easy to transport and play, especially if you're going on holidays. A fresh mint? Anybody? When you discover a really tiny board game that can cater for a gaming group of up to 10 people, you know you've well and truly hit the jackpot. A Fake Artist Goes to New York may be the smallest and tiniest drawing game that you'll ever add to your board game collection.
In a game of A Fake Artist Goes to New York, one player takes on the role of the game master, the master artist. Another player takes on the role of the fake artist, and all the other players remaining take on the role of real artists. At the beginning of the game master selects a keyword, usually a person, place, or thing that everybody knows, and writes the same word on all of the artist's title cards except for one, in which it has an X written on instead. The master artist then shuffles the cards and distributes them amongst the players randomly. The catch here is that the player who is the fake artist will not know the secret word that everybody else knows. Players then take turns going around the group using their allocated coloured marker to draw on this miniature canvas, simply drawing a single line per person. All players are drawing on the same central canvas, creating a shared image of the game master's key word. The ingenious part here is that all players are drawing on the canvas in public and no one knows who the fake artist is, so players will be judging, analysing and critiquing every marking made with contemplation. Each player across the game will get to draw twice, adding to the existing image as they go. At the end of the game, each player will discuss and point to who they think the fake artist is. If the fake artist gets the most votes, they must try to guess what the image is. If they get it right, the fake artist wins. If the fake artist gets it wrong, all the other players win.
Fake Artist Goes to New York is a really fun party game because it is easy to learn, quick to play, and it engages players at multiple levels by testing their creativity and drawing skills at the same time. The players that adopt the role of the artists are constantly scrutinizing the minimalist lines that the players are drawing onto the central canvas pad throughout the round. They are also attempting to link the lines that each player has drawn with the key word that the Grandmaster artist has given to all the players. They are also trying to work on a social deduction level to try and deduce who is telling the truth and who does not have any idea what the key word is at all. On the other hand, the player who's been allocated the role of the fake artist is trying to blend in as best as possible, kind of like a chameleon or a leopard in the jungle, as they try to appear to the other players that they know what they are drawing and they're part of the herd. They're also trying to draw on the canvas with enough detail in their lines to try and appear as though that they're a real artist and not a fake one who has no idea what's going on at all. Throughout the game, when players are drawing lines on the canvas, there's a fine line between being too vague with your lines or being too detailed. If players are too vague, then the other players may suspect that that player could be the fake artist and is trying to blend in. If a player is being too detailed, then they're giving too much information away to the fake artist, who then can quickly deduce what the other players are drawing and fit in. Have a look at this really cool fancy artwork. The category of this particular artwork is film. Can you work it out? Well, if I turn it this way, you may realize it's a famous Disney film. It is the magic carpet from the movie Aladdin. And this is part of the beauty of this game. Players can draw the picture in different orientations to try and deter the fake artist from deducing what the actual image is. And it actually adds this extra dimensional element to the game that is super creative and fun. Don't be deceived by the level of challenge that this game has to offer by the size of this game box, because if you're taking on the role of the fake artist, then you have a lot of things to think about. When it comes to your turn, trying to draw the right shape or the right line or the right detail on the canvas is crucially important. You want to be able to draw something that makes logical sense. It might be drawing a circle because it seems appropriate, or a rectangle inside another rectangle because that's what the other players are doing. At the same time, you're also trying to deduce, based on the lines that you've drawn and the category, what on earth the word could be. And if you can bring those two elements together and connect the dots, then you well and truly would have deceived the other players. What is truly interesting about the concept of illustrating is that it is so interpretive. What a player draws can be misinterpreted or interpreted by another player in so many different ways. What appears to be a poorly drawn line could be a mere attempt at trying to blend in and not reveal the key word to the fake artist, or it could be interpreted as being ultrally deceptive. If I were to share with you some of the aspects of the game that I really admire, from an impressionist point of view, the abstract nature of the drawing that the players collectively create is entertaining, as players are contributing to a memorable piece of artwork that they get to save at the end of the game. The social element of the game adds another layer of intrigue and deduction that makes the game truly compelling. If I were to mention any downsides to the game, it would probably be the fact that this game probably could be created by using everyday stationery materials that you have lying around the house, including notepads, colored textures. I think the game probably should have come with a deck of cards that could suggest different topics or categories that the master or grand artist could pick from to give to players. But in saying that, I'm a huge supporter of game design ideas, and it doesn't matter how simple or complex the game is. I think supporting game designing in general is a massive thing for me, and it's something that I'm willing to buy for a very small price to add a really good quality game to my collection. In considering my final thoughts, you don't have to be a talented illustrator or artist to enjoy a game like this. You just have to be good at reading between the lines. A Fake Artist Goes to New York might be the smallest and simplest board game that I have in my entire collection. The game really challenges your ability to interpret the art made by your friends and family. You even get a chance to be a really harsh art critic, and the social nature of the game will have you thinking who in your group is really good at deduction and who in your group is really good at creating fake art. Thank you once again for joining me for another Board Game Sanctuary video. If you really like my art and craft, then like, subscribe, and share this video with all of your friends and family. If you really want to help Board Game Sanctuary grow, I would really appreciate it if you check out my Patreon page, link in the description box below. For now, I'm gonna start drawing with these textures and seeing where my creativity takes me. Remember, make sure your next game is a good one. Goodbye!